I can't begin to recount all the memories that I had with Jeremy and the memories I still currently have and think of about you, Jeremy. One of my best friends that I've ever met in this wrestling business. Hell, you're one of the best friends that I ever met in life. I love you, buddy. I miss you, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of you. Um, I love you, pal.
Jeremy, I want to thank you for everything you gave to us when you were around. You're always around. We've never forgotten you. And as far as we're all concerned, you're here every show with us. We miss you dearly. And, bro, can't wait to get up together and catch up on old times. Miss you, friend.
It's been quite a while since I've won the stripes for RWA, and it was only fitting that tonight is the night I got to do it. Jeremy Bell meant a lot to me when I started in this business. He knew that I had a passion for wrestling, and when I started training, he knew I wanted to take that passion and run with it. I didn't want to just make this something. I cared about it, and he saw that, and he mentored me, and he made sure I did it correctly. He made sure to adjust whatever needed to be adjusted, so that when I was in that ring representing these stripes, I did it to the best of my abilities. If I ever messed something up, he had no problem taking me to the side and saying, listen, well, this is what you got to adjust. This is what you got to do. And I always listen to him every single time. So tonight, I feel like I did him proud. And he was there with me. I knew he was. So thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
Coming at you live from the RWA, Sign Guy Greg here. Just wanted to say a few words about our good friend Jeremy Bell. Can't say enough about him. He was definitely at a lot of my favorite promotions in the New England area. So anytime I could make him crack a smile with a sign or something like that, have him shake his head in dismay, it was always a treat. I do have a Watch This Fight poster that I was looking through my memorabilia that I treasure so much and saw his signature on it. So that's one of my favorite things to go through my memorabilia and check out. So every time I see his signature, I just think of Jeremy and all the good times we had at the RWA and various other promotions in the New England area. So always a good time at the RWA, and look forward to the next one. Thank you, guys.
When I think about Jeremy Bell, I can still hear his voice saying, "What's up, beautiful?" as I walked into every RWA show we had since he joined us. And I miss that. I miss that a lot. That would set the tone for the entire day. So, for Jeremy Bell, count forever.
For those of you watching from home, this is one of our anniversary specials to one of our fallen brothers, Jeremy Bell. Forever in our hearts, we miss you, friend.
We are here, RWA, count forever. Thank all of you for joining us. We got some action in store. Are you guys ready for tonight? On commentary tonight, let's shoot it over Mr. Bobby Rossi. Also, as Mr. Palladino would say, he is best for business. Coach C, good standard.
We're quoting Palladino now, Bobby Rossi.
Anything to ride those coattails, eh, Bob?
Now again, tonight is RWA Count Forever, a tribute to Jeremy Bell. For those of you who don't know, Jeremy was a referee here in the RWA for over 5 years before we lost him unexpectedly in 2022. This upcoming week, Jeremy will also be turning 40 years old. So tonight, we honor both the life and memory of our fallen comrade, Jeremy Bell. Tonight, it's for you, brother. Let's give it up for Jeremy. Let's make sure you You guys gonna be loud tonight. Your opening contest is scheduled for 1 fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again for a very special anniversary show for our fallen but not forgotten friend Jeremy Bell, always in our hearts. And thank you, folks from home, for bringing us into your home and into your hearts. RWA, pleased to kick off 2026 in high fashion. Since the bangers of January, we hope to outdo ourselves tonight.
Bobby Rossi, it's good to be back here for the RWA. Now, it's been some time since we've seen Diego Alvarez here in the RWA. Has improved, definitely. The last time we've seen him was in tag team competition with his tag team partner, Lex Lozano of Guapo Suave. So I'm curious, coming into a singles competition against a guy like Stephen Loss, it's a pretty big challenge ahead of himself.
It certainly is. And when you go into a matchup as a tag team specialist, you're automatically conditioned to think differently. Whereas you don't have that fallback option. You don't have that 1-2 punch at your disposal at all times. All of the weight falls on the singles competitor's shoulders. I do believe that Diego Alvarez has all the makings to be a great singles competitor. I just don't know if he's got his head in the game. It's what it's going to boil down to tonight, in my opinion, up against Stephen Lust.
Talking about having your head in the game, but Bobby Rossi, against a guy like Stephen Lust, there's a shot that Stephen Lust can give him 1-2 punch that maybe puts his head on a swivel tonight.
Undeniably true, considering the fact that Stephen Lust started as a tag team specialist, earned his stripes as a singles guy. He's going to be one step ahead most every phase of the matchup.
And Bobby Rossi, when we talk about the RWA, I don't think there's anybody that can fire up and kick off a crowd the way Stephen Lust does it. But Bobby Rossi, you've seen Stevens pretty much since the beginning. What is it about Stephen Lust that can do that?
You know, the guy is just a physical stick of dynamite, really. You know, the passion that he has for the game and the time that he's put into the sport are two things that he does not take lightly. It's constantly on display. He's a guy who has his heart out on his sleeve, and his heart is full for professional wrestling, for earnest competition, and for proving that old dogs can always learn new tricks.
Lust has done it all in the RWA. You mentioned former tag team champion here, former RWA champion, Hype champion. He was the one originally that merged the Hype championship with the RWA championship. None of that BS that David Morales did, but he has accomplished so much. So going into the new year, I'm curious, the perfect strangers, we don't know the status. What's next for Stephen Lust?
Sky's the limit, in my opinion. You're looking at a former RWA champion, and really, he's not the guy to go and make a case for himself in management, and I think that could be the only thing between him and a potential contendership in any title division.
What a stacked match to come later on today. The RWA Tag Team Championships are on the line as AJP and JT Dunn of the unit defend against BMT and Prince Jamari. But Bobby Rossi, what a contest we're about to witness. Diego Alvarez and Stephen Lust is about to go down.
Diego Alvarez, in my opinion, has a lot to prove, but Stephen Lust is going to put himself in that same mindset. In his world, he is only as good as his last matchup. He does not rest on his laurels. When you ask about one thing that stands out about Stephen Lust, what it is about him that could change the air in the room, I think it's just that.
First match on the show tonight, starting huge collar and elbow tie-up. And talk about a strength advantage. pretty balanced, it seems, as Stephen Lust pushing Diego Alvarez to the corner. Referee Nick Cherry, Bobby Rossi. It's good to see Nick back tonight. You see brushing him off. Once again, collar and elbow tie-up strength being presented here tonight. And now it's Diego Alvarez. The ties have turned a little bit. Nick Cherry once there to lay down the law.
Original arbitrator, if you will, of the RWA, Nick Knox. Just the love that we've got for Jeremy Bell, it really does. It stretches from not just out here in the arena, but also to the locker room as well. And old Nick Knox said, hey, I could do it for my old buddy Jeremy. It's good to see him calling the action, trying to keep things down the middle here. Stephen Lust now, ever the showman, but does not forget that he has got a goal in sight, and that goal is victory over Diego Alvarez.
Lighting up Diego Alvarez, bringing him in the corner. This match is going right now in Stephen Lust's control as he's bringing him. Bobby Rossi, the RWA faithful, giving him the assist.
Nick Knox pleading with Stephen Lust to make his way off those buckles, and he does just in the nick of time. No pun intended. Big swing and a miss by Alvarez.
Stephen Lust outsmarting Diego right now, once again firing up.
Alvarez off his feet now, trying to wriggle his way to freedom, and he looks to do just that. Standing on the apron. Oh, in one deft maneuver, Alvarez turns things around to his favor.
Match is going in Diego Alvarez's control. It was late towards the end of last year. We've seen Diego Alvarez and his partner unsuccessful against Waves and Curls. So now Diego's trying to come into his own. But what does he have to do, Bobby Rossi? We talk about Stephen Lust has accomplished so much. What are the workarounds Diego needs to capture today?
He needs to try to be a step ahead, and he needs to not be concerned with the cheers and the cheers of the crowd. And it's already starting to bite him in the hind parts. Well-placed kitchen sink. He's got to keep his eye on the prize. Ooh, 1.5, says Nick Knox.
1.5, Diego Alvarez in disbelief, but immediately applying the pressure. Big back elbow right there to the back of Stephen Lust. And right now, just the start of the match, the tides have turned, and Diego's doing not a bad job, Bobby Rossi. Talking about controlling the match right now, but it's little things like this he can't be doing.
That's the showboating. That there's no room in this matchup for showboating, particularly for Diego Alvarez, because his opponent has been at this longer. Lust has been in the game 10 plus years. People like to overlook that.
Trying to overlook it as much as possible. Diego captured a big suplex right there, executed flawlessly cover. Counted 2 right there, says referee Nick Knox. But Bobby Rossi, one more second, Diego could have got the win tonight.
That was a rather deep touch. As I said, 2.5 by my estimation. I'm not looking at the stopwatch here. But to your point, it seems as if Alvarez is starting to wear down Stephen Lust. And that could be right there part of the key to victory. Stephen Lust is known to run marathons. He's not a sprinter.
Last time we seen Diego Alvarez was at Thanksgiving Throwdown, and that's when Ariel captured the Omni Championship. Later tonight, makes her first defense against Roxanne Fury, one of the finalists in that match. So huge challenge for Roxanne, but also Ariel. Let's spend some time. Roxanne earned that opportunity. She's got to capitalize tonight.
And Diego looking to capitalize with this pin here, 2 1/4, says Nick Knox. About 4 minutes into this matchup. And I would say it's about 50-50. I mean, Stephen Lust had himself a hot start, if you will. But Alvarez finding those holes in the game and creating opportunities for himself. He's found himself in the driver's seat. Let's see what he's going to do to hang on to that spot.
Lust doing whatever it takes right now to get to his feet. Diego continues to apply the pressure, but it's small strikes like this. The little ones add up. But Diego, it's just one more strike, that's all it takes.
He's been one step ahead of Stephen Lust. He has been somewhat of a tactician here. He elects for another vertical suplex, but Stephen Lust saw this one coming. Oh, look at this.
Cover.
1, 2. How did you do this? Match will continue. Big swing and a miss by Alvarez. Stephen Lust, though, is on top of it. It's been a neck-and-neck race up until this point.
Big right hook from Stephen Lust, but not done yet. Irish whip to Alvarez. Alvarez has a reversal. Not expected, but Stephen Lust has an answer to it.
Very well-timed back body drop. Stephen Lust found himself back where he needs to be if he wants to win this matchup. Oh! Cover here.
Only a 2 count right there. Stephen Lust can't believe it, but Bobby Rossi, the way he was able to pick up Diego and plant him down, but this is just motivating him more than ever right now.
Stephen Lust needs to stay on the rhythm that he's on right now. He's got a good stride. He's not breathing too heavy.
Calling the shot, putting Diego down. Abba Zaba, no.
Never let your opponent know what you're up to. Big knee lift by Alvarez. Staggers Lust, sends him into the adjacent buckles here.
One more strike to the corner, unsuccessful. Irish whip, sending him packing. Super kick to Alvarez, catching him off guard, and you know what's coming. He called the shot and it paid off. Cover.
Got all of it.
He did it. Huge match to kick off the night here. Stephen Lust, what a big win. But got to give credit at the same aspect. Diego Alvarez put up a fight, but at the end of it, Stephen Lust's expertise, especially being the RWA, it paid off tonight.
Timing is everything at official Chris Sanders. And I got to be honest, I was very impressed with Alvarez's showing. The biggest question going into this matchup is how well will he fare as a singles competitor. I think he left a very solid impression.
Coming in hot for this one, Stephen Lust standing in the ring celebrating this one. And we mentioned it, we have a stacked card to come today. The RWA Tag Team Championships are on the line. The RWA Omni Championship. We have some fan favorites here in the RWA. But fan favorites, it looks like Diego Alvarez is back to the drawing board.